The secret behind your birth. My beloved child. Before the world learned your name, before your first breath echoed in a quiet room, something unseen was already in motion. This is not a story you overhear once and forget. This is the beginning of a truth that has followed you silently, shaping moments you never questioned and feelings you could never explain. If you've ever felt different without knowing why, if you've ever sensed that your life was meant to unfold in an unusual way, this is where that feeling was born. Don't skip, because every second you stay brings you closer to something that has been waiting for you since the very start. The secret behind your birth was never meant to be loud or obvious. It was designed to be discovered only when you were ready. And right now, something huge is waiting for you. There was a moment before your arrival when circumstances aligned in a way that almost didn't happen. A decision nearly changed, a path almost turned, a timing nearly failed. Yet somehow you arrived exactly when you did. That alone should make you pause. Your birth wasn't just a date on a calendar, it was a precise intersection of events that could not be repeated. People around you may never talk about it, but deep down, you've always known there was more to your beginning than what you were told. This is why certain doors closed unexpectedly and others opened when logic said they shouldn't. Stay till the end, because what you are about to realize will connect moments from your past that never seemed related. The secret isn't about where you came from, but why you came when you did. And here is where it becomes impossible to ignore. From your earliest days, subtle signs followed you, patterns, delays, sudden shifts, unexplained protection, and lessons that arrived too early. These were not accidents. They were markers placed quietly along your timeline, guiding you without forcing you. Many people are born and simply exist. A few are born with a reason that reveals itself slowly, piece by piece. You are listening to this now because that unveiling has begun. Don't skip, because once this truth starts unfolding, it doesn't stop. Something huge is waiting for you. And by the time you reach the end of this journey, the secret behind your birth will no longer feel distant. It will feel personal, undeniable, and impossible to forget. Before anyone ever explained your origin to you, there were details carefully left out, not out of fear, but out of timing. Some truths are too heavy to carry too early. From the outside, your beginning looked ordinary, almost forgettable. Yet behind the scenes, there were whispers, pauses, and unspoken understandings. You were not rushed into this world, you were waited for. That waiting mattered more than you realize. Don't skip this moment, because what you're hearing now fills a gap you felt your entire life without being able to name it. The secret behind your birth isn't hidden in mystery alone, but in intention, an intention that quietly shaped the strength you were forced to develop before others did. As you grew, certain experiences seemed to arrive before you were ready for them. Responsibility came early. Awareness came early. Even disappointment came early. That wasn't random. It was preparation. You were never meant to be shielded forever, you were meant to understand sooner. This is why you've always felt like you were catching things others missed, sensing shifts before they happened, or questioning realities people around you accepted without thought. Stay till the end, because when you connect these dots, you'll see that your birth carried a silent assignment, one that required patience, resilience, and clarity. And if this is already resonating with you, do something important right now. Share this with someone who feels different but can't explain why. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. And leave a comment so this message reaches the ones who are ready. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's bigger than just this moment. Here's the part most people never talk about. Your birth created ripples, not noise. Lives adjusted around you. Choices shifted subtly. Paths changed without announcements. You were never meant to overpower a room. You were meant to influence it quietly. That's why recognition hasn't always come when you expected it, yet impact followed you anyway. Don't skip, because understanding this will change how you see your past and how you approach what's coming next. The secret behind your birth is not about being special in words but purposeful in action. Stay till the end of this journey, because once this truth fully settles in, you'll realize that what you thought were delays were actually protection. And something huge is waiting for you to step into it. There comes a phase in life when questions feel heavier than answers, and you start sensing that your story didn't begin where you were told it did. This is that phase. You didn't stumble here by chance. The reason this message feels personal is because it is unlocking a layer you've been brushing against for years. Don't skip, because what you're hearing now explains why certain truths always felt just out of reach. From the outside, your life may look like a series of normal steps. But inside, there has always been a quiet awareness that something was unfolding beneath the surface. The secret behind your birth didn't announce itself loudly. It waited patiently for the moment you could recognize it without fear. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment is part of the reveal. Think back to the times when you felt pulled in two directions without understanding why. One part of you wanted comfort, familiarity, and certainty. The other part kept pushing you toward growth, solitude, and questions that had no immediate answers. That inner tension wasn't confusion. It was alignment in progress. You were designed to grow through realization, not imitation. This is why advice often felt incomplete and paths that worked for others never fit you perfectly. Stay till the end, because when you see this clearly, you'll stop blaming yourself for not fitting into spaces that were never meant to contain you. Your birth marked the beginning of a journey that required self-trust long before external validation would ever appear. Here is the subtle truth most people overlook. You were not meant to rush your becoming. Delays, pauses, and moments of stillness were woven into your life intentionally. Each pause trained you to listen. Each delay sharpened your discernment. This is why even now you sense that something is approaching, not suddenly but inevitably. Don't skip this understanding, because once it settles in, regret loosens its grip. You'll realize that nothing about your beginning was wasted, misplaced, or late. The secret behind your birth is revealing itself step by step. And every step has prepared you to recognize what's next. Stay till the end of this journey, because something huge is waiting for you. And this time you'll know exactly why it chose you. At some point, awareness sharpens and you begin noticing patterns that can no longer be ignored. This is that point. What once felt like coincidence now feels deliberate, and what once felt confusing now starts to make sense. Don't skip, because this part connects everything you've sensed but never confirmed. The secret behind your birth was never meant to rush toward you. It was meant to rise slowly so you could meet it with clarity instead of doubt. That's why certain revelations only arrive when you stop forcing answers and start listening. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you right here, hidden in what you're finally ready to understand. You weren't born to follow a straight line. You were born to recognize moments. That's why your life has felt like a series of awakenings instead of milestones. Every time you thought you were behind, you were actually being refined. Every time you thought you missed your chance, you were being redirected. This truth matters now more than ever because once you see it, your past stops feeling heavy and starts feeling intentional. Don't skip this realization. If this message is resonating with you, share it with someone who feels out of place but doesn't know why. Subscribe so you don't miss what unfolds next and leave a comment to let this reach those who are searching silently. Something huge is waiting for you and it grows clearer the more you allow this truth to settle. Here is what changes everything. Your birth wasn't just the start of a life. It was the activation of awareness. You were meant to notice, to question, and to pause where others rush. That's why you're here now, listening, feeling that familiar pull of recognition. This is not the end of the secret. It's the point where it begins to make sense. Stay till the end of this journey because the more you align with who you truly are, the more unmistakable your path becomes. Don't skip what comes next. Something huge is waiting for you and it has been waiting since the very moment you arrived. There is a quiet shift that happens when truth starts feeling familiar instead of frightening. And that shift is happening now. You may notice your thoughts slowing down, your attention sharpening as if pieces you carried separately are beginning to align. Don't skip this because this part explains why you've always felt called to observe before acting. The secret behind your birth didn't make you loud, it made you aware. Awareness was your first gift, and it's the reason you often sense outcomes before they arrive. Stay till the end because this understanding will change how you view every instinct you once doubted. Something huge is waiting for you and it's connected to how deeply you notice what others overlook. There were moments when you wondered why you had to learn lessons the hard way while others seemed to glide through life effortlessly. This was not punishment and it was not imbalance. It was calibration. You were shaped through experience so your insight would be earned, not borrowed. This is why shortcuts never felt right to you and why shallow answers never satisfied you. Don't skip this realization. The weight you carried refined your perception and the patience you were forced to develop became one of your greatest strengths. Stay till the end because when you fully accept this, you'll stop wishing your path was easier and start appreciating why it made you who you are. Here is the deeper layer few people ever reach. Your beginning didn't just influence your past. It quietly positioned your future. The timing of your awareness is not random. You are arriving at this understanding now because you can finally use it without losing yourself. That's why this feels calm instead of overwhelming. Don't skip what comes next because recognition is only the doorway. The real shift begins after you step through it. Stay till the end of this journey because the secret behind your birth is no longer hidden. It's unfolding inside your choices and something huge is waiting for you closer than you think. There is a moment when reflection turns into readiness and that moment is unfolding now. You may not feel it as excitement, but as a steady inner clarity that refuses to fade. Don't skip this because this part reveals why your growth has always been internal before it ever showed on the outside. The secret behind your birth didn't demand speed, it demanded depth. That's why you were guided to understand yourself before trying to prove anything to the world. Stay till the end because this awareness is the foundation of what's about to shift. Something huge is waiting for you. And it begins with how firmly you now stand in who you are. You've likely noticed that certain situations no longer pull you the way they once did. Old reactions feel distant and familiar patterns no longer satisfy you. This isn't loss, it's evolution. You were never meant to remain in the same emotional spaces forever. Each phase of your life quietly trained you to release what no longer matched your direction. Don't skip this understanding. The detachment you feel isn't emptiness. It's room being created. Stay till the end because recognizing this will stop you from clinging to what was only meant to prepare you. The secret behind your birth included the ability to let go without bitterness. And that ability is activating now. Here is what completes this layer of truth. Your presence carries calm because you were shaped through contrast. You learned balance by experiencing imbalance and strength by meeting resistance. That's why people often feel understood around you without knowing why. Don't skip this realization because it explains why your influence doesn't need effort. It comes naturally. Stay till the end of this journey because the more you trust this quiet strength, the more aligned your path becomes. Something huge is waiting for you and it will respond to the clarity you now carry forward. There comes a point where clarity stops feeling like thought and starts feeling like knowing, and you are entering that space now. You don't need constant reassurance anymore. Understanding settles on its own. Don't skip this because this part explains why you've always trusted silence more than noise. The secret behind your birth shaped you to recognize truth without needing it repeated. That's why distractions drain you and stillness restores you. Stay till the end because this recognition is not accidental. It's a signal that you're aligned with what you were always meant to perceive. Something huge is waiting for you and it arrives through awareness, not force. You may have noticed that when you stop chasing outcomes, things align more easily. This isn't coincidence. Your path responds to intention, not pressure. You were never meant to compete for space. You were meant to arrive when the space was ready for you. Don't skip this understanding. It explains why forcing timelines always felt uncomfortable and why patience eventually brought results you couldn't have planned. Stay till the end because once you accept this rhythm, struggle loosens its grip. The secret behind your birth includes the ability to move with timing rather than against it. Here is what anchors everything you've learned so far. Your awareness was designed to guide, not to rush. You were shaped to recognize moments of alignment and step forward with certainty when they appear. That's why hesitation never lasted forever and confusion always led to clarity. Don't skip what comes next because this isn't the conclusion. It's the strengthening of your direction. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and you'll recognize it instantly when it arrives. There is a quiet confidence that grows when understanding no longer needs proof. And that confidence is forming within you now. You may not announce it, but you feel it in the way you pause before decisions and move with certainty afterward. Don't skip this because this part explains why you were never meant to seek constant validation. The secret behind your birth gifted you an inner compass, one that activates only when you trust yourself. Stay till the end because recognizing this will free you from doubting instincts that have always guided you correctly. Something huge is waiting for you and it responds to self-trust more than effort. You've probably noticed that people enter and exit your life at specific moments, almost precisely when their role is complete. This is not abandonment and it is not coincidence. Your path requires alignment, not attachment. Those who resonate stay, and those who don't gently fade away. Don't skip this realization. It explains why clinging never felt natural to you and why endings, though quiet, often brought clarity instead of chaos. Stay till the end because once you understand this, you'll stop questioning departures and start appreciating the timing behind them. The secret behind your birth includes the ability to walk forward without resentment. Here is the deeper shift happening now. Your awareness is no longer focused on becoming something. It's focused on allowing what already exists within you to surface. That's why growth feels less like effort and more like release. Don't skip what comes next because this phase changes how you see your future. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will feel familiar, as if you've always known it was coming. There is a subtle turning point when anticipation transforms into recognition, and you are approaching that threshold now. What once felt distant begins to feel close, almost within reach. Don't skip this because this part explains why your patience has lasted longer than you ever thought it could. The secret behind your birth taught you endurance without hardening your heart. That balance is rare, and it's the reason you've been able to wait without losing yourself. Stay till the end because this awareness prepares you for what's about to reveal itself. Something huge is waiting for you and it has been moving toward you quietly. You may feel a growing sense of readiness that doesn't come from certainty but from calm. This is important. You were never meant to arrive feeling rushed or desperate. You were meant to arrive grounded. That's why chaos never felt like your natural environment, even when life placed you inside it. Don't skip this understanding. It explains why you seek clarity over urgency and meaning over speed. Stay till the end, because once you fully accept this, you'll stop mistaking calm for stagnation. The secret behind your birth included the ability to remain steady while everything else shifts. Here is what ties this moment together. Recognition doesn't announce itself loudly. It feels like familiarity. When the next door opens, it won't shock you. It will make sense. Don't skip what comes next because this is where preparation meets opportunity. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you. And when it appears, you'll realize you've been ready longer than you thought. There is a moment when the story stops unfolding outwardly and starts settling inwardly. And you are standing in that moment now. What you've been hearing doesn't feel new anymore. It feels remembered. Don't skip this because this part explains why recognition feels calm instead of dramatic. The secret behind your birth was never meant to shock you into belief, but to awaken something you already carried. Stay till the end because this is where understanding turns into quiet certainty. Something huge is waiting for you and it aligns with who you've already become. You may notice that your fears no longer speak as loudly as they once did. Doubt still appears, but it doesn't control you. This is not because life became easier, but because you became clearer. You were shaped to move forward even when answers arrived slowly. Don't skip this realization. It explains why resilience became natural to you and why setbacks never fully stopped your momentum. Stay till the end. Because when you recognize this strength, you'll stop underestimating how prepared you truly are. The secret behind your birth included the ability to continue without losing direction. Here is the grounding truth of this stage. You are no longer searching for meaning. You are living from it. Your choices feel quieter but more aligned. Your steps feel smaller but more certain. Don't skip what comes next because this is not the peak. It's the stabilization before expansion. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will meet you exactly where your clarity stands now. There is a shift that happens when awareness no longer feels like discovery but like responsibility, and you are entering that phase now. You're beginning to realize that understanding carries weight, not pressure but purpose. Don't skip this because this part reveals why your journey has always moved from insight to action, never the other way around. The secret behind your birth wasn't meant to sit quietly within you. It was meant to guide how you move forward. Stay till the end because this realization reframes everything you thought was waiting into something that's already unfolding. Something huge is waiting for you and it responds to readiness, not noise. You may notice a stronger pull toward intentional choices, where you invest your time, who you listen to, and what you allow into your space. This isn't withdrawal, it's alignment. You were never meant to scatter your energy. Don't skip this understanding. It explains why shallow distractions lose their appeal and meaningful focus feels natural. Now stay till the end because once you respect this shift, progress stops feeling forced. The secret behind your birth included discernment and it's becoming one of your most reliable strengths. Here is the quiet truth anchoring this stage. You don't need to rush the future to meet it. The more you move with clarity, the more naturally the next step reveals itself. Don't skip what comes next because this is where intention starts shaping outcomes. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it's drawn to the calm certainty you now carry forward. There comes a time when clarity asks for commitment, not in words, but in direction. And that time is now. You can feel it in the way indecision no longer feels comfortable. Don't skip this because this part explains why hesitation has started to fade from your life. The secret behind your birth wasn't about endless questioning. It was about reaching a point where knowing becomes enough. Stay till the end because this understanding changes how you move through every choice ahead. Something huge is waiting for you and it responds to steady intention. You may notice that certain opportunities no longer excite you the way they once did while others, quiet, almost unnoticeable, pull your attention deeply. This is important. You were shaped to recognize substance over spectacle. Don't skip this realization. It explains why your path feels selective now, not limited. Stay till the end. Because once you honor this focus, momentum builds without force. The secret behind your birth included the ability to see value where others overlook it. Here is the defining truth of this stage. Alignment feels simple, not dramatic. When you choose what fits, resistance dissolves. Don't skip what comes next because this simplicity is not the end. It's the clearing before expansion. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will meet you through the choices you make with clarity and trust. There is a calm determination that forms when understanding and direction finally agree, and that determination is settling in now. You're no longer pulled in multiple directions. You're being drawn forward. Don't skip this because this part explains why clarity now feels stronger than motivation ever did. The secret behind your birth wasn't meant to keep you searching. It was meant to guide you steadily once the time arrived. Stay till the end because this steadiness is a sign that you are exactly where you need to be. Something huge is waiting for you and it aligns with this inner certainty. You may sense that your standards have quietly risen, not out of pride, but out of respect for your own energy. This is important. You were never meant to accept less just to feel included. Don't skip this realization. It explains why compromise now feels heavier than patience. Stay till the end because honoring this shift protects what you've been building internally. The secret behind your birth included the strength to wait without settling, and that strength is active now. Here is what completes this layer of truth. Forward movement doesn't require urgency when direction is clear. You can take measured steps and still arrive on time. Don't skip what comes next because this is where confidence becomes quiet power. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will recognize you by the clarity you now live from. There is a deep stillness that arrives just before a meaningful shift, and you are standing inside that stillness now. It doesn't feel dramatic or urgent. It feels grounded, almost inevitable. Don't skip this because this part explains why silence has become more comfortable than constant motion. The secret behind your birth trained you to recognize moments of pause as signals, not delays. Stay till the end because this stillness is not emptiness. It is alignment preparing to move. Something huge is waiting for you and it emerges from calm, not chaos. You may notice that your intuition has grown quieter but more accurate. It doesn't shout, it confirms. This is important. You were never meant to be driven by impulse, but by clarity that settles before action. Don't skip this realization. It explains why rushing now feels unnatural and why you trust timing more than pressure. Stay till the end. Because when you understand this, impatience loses its hold on you. The secret behind your birth included discernment that sharpens with time, and you are living in that sharpening now. Here is what brings everything together at this stage. Readiness doesn't announce itself with excitement. It feels like peace. When the next step appears, it won't demand effort. It will invite recognition. Don't skip what comes next because this is where preparation meets purpose. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will arrive in a way that feels natural, familiar, and unmistakably right. There is a quiet acceptance that forms when you stop questioning your pace and start trusting your path. And that acceptance is taking shape now. You're no longer measuring yourself against timelines that were never meant for you. Don't skip this because this part explains why comparison has slowly lost its grip on you. The secret behind your birth didn't place you on a racetrack. It placed you on a path that unfolds by recognition, not speed. Stay till the end because this acceptance frees you from pressure you were never meant to carry. Something huge is waiting for you and it meets you where authenticity lives. You may realize that your sense of fulfillment no longer comes from external milestones but from internal alignment. Small decisions feel meaningful. Quiet progress feels complete. This is important. You were designed to feel whole before things appear complete on the outside. Don't skip this understanding. It explains why validation from others matters less now and why self-respect feels stronger than approval. Stay till the end because when you honor this shift, confidence becomes steady instead of fragile. The secret behind your birth included the ability to feel grounded even while still becoming. Here is the truth that settles everything. When you move from alignment, nothing feels forced. Effort becomes intentional and patience feels natural. Don't skip what comes next because this is where trust replaces tension. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will arrive not as a surprise but as a confirmation of everything you've already understood. There is a gentle confidence that settles when trust becomes instinct, and that confidence is growing within you now. You don't second-guess every step anymore. You sense when to move and when to wait. Don't skip this because this part explains why certainty now feels quiet instead of dramatic. The secret behind your birth shaped you to recognize truth without needing constant confirmation. Stay till the end because this shift marks the moment when doubt stops leading and clarity takes its place. Something huge is waiting for you and it responds to inner steadiness. You may notice that your focus has narrowed, not because your world became smaller, but because your vision became clearer. Distractions feel obvious. Priorities feel natural. This is important. You were never meant to carry everything. You were meant to choose wisely. Don't skip this realization. It explains why simplicity now feels powerful and why overthinking feels unnecessary. Stay till the end because once you accept this clarity, your energy stops leaking into places that don't serve your direction. The secret behind your birth included the ability to see what truly matters. Here is the grounding truth of this stage. Readiness is no longer something you wait for. It's something you embody. You don't feel rushed toward the next chapter. You feel aligned with it. Don't skip what comes next because this alignment is the signal that movement is near. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you and it will recognize you by the calm certainty you now carry forward. There is a moment when understanding completes its circle, and that moment has arrived now. Everything you've sensed, questioned, and quietly carried begins to align into one clear realization. Don't skip this because this part reveals why you were never meant to rush toward answers. They were always moving toward you. The secret behind your birth was not about becoming someone else. It was about remembering who you already are. Stay till the end because this recognition changes how you see your past, your present, and what's unfolding next. Something huge is waiting for you, and it no longer feels distant. You were born with timing woven into your awareness, not early, not late, exact. That's why you're here now, listening with calm instead of fear. Every delay shaped discernment. Every pause built strength. Every redirection refined your direction. Don't skip this truth. It explains why nothing in your life truly went wrong. It simply prepared you to recognize the right moment when it arrived. Stay till the end because once this settles in, doubt dissolves. The secret behind your birth was never meant to overwhelm you. It was meant to empower you quietly. Here is the final truth, and it's simple. You are ready because you are aligned. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are clear. When the next step opens, it will feel familiar, like something you've known all along. Don't skip what comes after this moment because awareness has now turned into direction. Stay till the end of this journey because something huge is waiting for you. And this time you'll step into it without hesitation, without fear, and without looking back.